What's up, everybody? Welcome to Be Steady Records, and this is going to be a free lesson Friday. And with this episode, we're going to start with these 4 easy chords, which you can play thousands of songs with. We'll get started right after the intro. What's up, everybody? We're going to learn these 4 easy chords, which usually I've had pretty good success teaching very beginning students how to play these 4 chords and be able to play songs just within a couple of weeks. And really, with these 4 chords, you can play thousands of songs. But before we do that, let's go ahead and tune up here. E, A, D, G, B, and finally the last E. Now, if you've never played guitar before, that's okay. Like I said, I've had great success teaching absolute beginners these 4 easy chords, and they can play, songs within a couple of weeks for sure. So the main thing we need to worry about is 0 being no fingers on the frets, 1st fret, or this first box right here, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. Okay, and those are the only frets we need to worry about: 0, 1, 2, and 3. And our fingers, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you've ever played piano before, we do not count the thumb. I know pianists count that as 1, but the index finger for guitar is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what we're going to do is take our pinky 4, put it on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Then our ring finger 3 is going to go on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Now, those 2 fingers never move for all 4 chords, and that's what makes these quote-unquote easy to play. So you're only having to move 2 fingers. You can consider these maybe even pop chords. So the first one is this G chord. So we're going to take our 2nd finger to the 3rd fret of the 6th string. So you've got 3 fingers in the 3rd fret, the 3rd box. And our index finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. And I'll have a chord diagram flash up here too for you guys. Now, once you've made the G chord, we're going to do the C add 9 next, because we'll be able to just move each finger, these 2 fingers, down 1 string. Middle finger comes to the 5th string, 1st finger goes to the 4th string, and then we have C add 9. Don't worry about the numbers or what those mean. We'll get to that in our Music Theory Thursday stuff eventually. But right now, we've got the G, and then you can just bounce your fingers down a string, C add 9, and we're going to take our index finger down 1 more string to the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Lift up the middle finger, that'll be D suspended 4. So your index finger just moves down a string each chord so far. So we've got G, down a string, C add 9, down a string again, lift up the middle finger, D suspended 4. Now even with that, you can play thousands of songs. We're going to add one more chord. What we're going to do is take our index finger back up 2 strings where it was with the G chord. So if you can make the G chord, your middle finger is going to come underneath the first finger to the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And that makes E minor 7. It's kind of like your Pink Floyd chord there if you think about Wish You Were Here. So once you can play through these, we're going to learn how to work with a metronome in order to connect the chords and make that much more fluid in your changes. Make sure you have them memorized first. And when you're going through these, a way to get your muscle memory to work: strum the chord and let go, move your fingers, and make it again. Do that like 10 times for every chord. C add 9. Let go, move your fingers. The reason we want to do that is to keep your brain engaged to where your fingers go on the fretboard. So what we'll do now is work with the metronome to work on speeding up the transitions and make cleaner chord changes. Now with the metronome, there's a million free ones that you can download, or just Google free metronome, whatever you need to do. You can even look up just drum tracks on YouTube or whatever, just to play along with so that you have something to keep you in time. So what happens is a lot of times when we're trying to do a chord transition, we try to work in our own time, which we may slow down the beat in order to get to a particular chord. However, we're going to start with this chord progression that we learned: G, C add 9, D suspended 4, E minor 7, back to G, just to complete the cycle. We're going to start at 60 beats per minute. And what you're going to do is treat this like a whole note, but not in the true sense of a whole note. Meaning that as soon as you strum on beat 1, I need you to move your fingers and get ready for the next one. So we're not going to let it ring out exactly like a whole note. What we're doing is aiming for 1. Again, a whole note's going to get 4 clicks. So we can count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Once you can do that at 60, then speed it up to 65 or 70, whatever works best for you. But each time you cycle through this, you want to speed it up. At least go from 60 to 120 beats per minute. That way you've doubled your speed. So once you can do that, we'll go up to 70 with this. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, we're not trying to treat it as a true whole note. I just want you to transition the chords as quickly as possible. So that way, when you put it back down to 60, so we'll go back down to 60, and we'll do half notes this time. Again, increase this up to 120 so that you get twice as fast, okay? So we're going to start at 60 with the half notes. So these are going to get 2 beats each, okay? So we're going to strum on beat 1 and beat 3 for each chord. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. And we're going to speed that up to 120 gradually by 10s, 5s, whatever works for you. So let's hear that at 120. And once you can do this at 120, it'll start to sound a little more like a song. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Okay. And again, if you practice with a metronome for an entire week, you should be able to get through these easy chords and be able to play thousands of songs. So the next step is to drop it back down and do quarter notes. So you strum on every click. So we're going to start at 60 again. And then we're going to strum each one 4 times. And if the transitions are still too difficult, make sure that you can transition from one chord to the next with a metronome. So before you try all 4, make sure that you just do one chord from G to C. Make sure you can do that at 60 before you add the next one. And then add the D, suspended 4. Make sure you're comfortable with that. And then the E minor 7. Okay? So when we're doing this, it's gradual. It takes muscle memory, it takes practice, but really, as long as you're doing this for, I would say, 15 to 30 minutes a day, you know, consistency is more important than, say, skipping 3 days and then on the 4th day you're going to put in an hour. It doesn't work that way. I'd much rather you guys put in 5 minutes every day. Then you'll see the progress. Record yourself at the beginning of the week and listen to that recording at the end of the week so you can hear your progress, because a lot of times we hear every time we hear ourselves practice, we don't hear our progress because we hear ourselves every minute. So make sure you record yourself and listen to this stuff. Okay, so we're going to try quarter notes now at 60. So that's every click. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, increase that by 10s or 5s to 120. And by the time you do that, you should be able to play just about any song that has these chords in it. Now, these chords are based out of the key of G. So we have the G chord, which is our 1 chord. C add 9 is our 4 chord. Our D suspended 4 is the 5 chord. E minor 7 is the 6 chord. And again, if you go back and watch the musical alphabet episode, you'll see the numbers line up. If you just start on G as 1 and then count the letters from there, G, A, B, C is 4, D is 5, E is 6. Okay, so that's where I'm getting those numbers from. I'm just counting the musical alphabet. So again, just increase the speed, play the quarter notes, aim for 1, and you should be good to go with those chords. So this will be the end of our free lesson Friday, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. I'm Be Steady. See you guys next time.